In September, the leaves start to turn, the temperature starts to go down, the first hint of fall is in the air, and I've got some good books to talk about that I am looking forward to reading this September. Hi, my name's Bea. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, because nobody in the books I'm about to mention would pour all of my brand new liquid concealer all over the stairs. There are so many books I'm excited to read this month, and I can't wait to share them all with you. If you've seen my channel before, you know that I devote one video a month to a particular subgenre of romance, and this month, September, I am doing football because football starts in September. I think. I'm not a big football person, but thanks to Christy of Christy Reads a Lot, I read one football romance. I was so taken with it, I decided to do a video devoted to 5 hot, well-rated football romances, and I hope you join me. I mentioned in my last TBR video that I was going to be reading Hocus Pocus because the sequel is coming out on Disney Plus at the end of September. I read the first book, the Hocus Pocus book, which was a novelization of the movie in August, and that was a lot of fun. So now I'm looking forward to reading the sequel to the movie, which is just called Hocus Pocus, the sequel. Can't wait to see what they do with the Sanderson sisters. Jen of the Book Refuge is continuing her SJM along. That stands for Sarah J. Maas, or Sarah J. Moss, depending on how you pronounce her last name. But she is doing the Court of Wings and Ruin this month. I bought the audiobook. It's actually called Graphic Audio on Audible, and it is like a movie in your mind. So I am really excited to listen to the Court of Wings and Ruin on Audible this month and participate in the SJM along at what I assume to be the end of the month, but I haven't checked yet. I fell in love with Paula Quinn a while back when I read her McGregor series, and then especially her Children of the Mist series. They're Highland romance novels. And last month I read The Seduction of Miss Amelia Bell, which was book 1 in the Highland Heir series. This month I'm actually going to be reading 2 more works from the Highland Heir series. Book 2, which is The Wicked Ways of Alexander Kidd, and then the novella, book 2.5, The Sweet Surrender of Janet Buchanan. I don't know who Alexander Kidd is, but I know Janet Buchanan has already had words in the very first book with another one of the Highlanders. She is his sworn enemy, so it's going to be a really fun enemies to lovers, and I'm here for it. I'll be reading another novella and marvel as I complain that novellas are too short. It's part of the Wraith King series by Grace Draven. If you've read Radiance, then you know what the Wraith King series is. I read Eidolon in August. And so after Eidolon, they recommend In the Darkest Midnight. So I'm looking forward to reading that before I read the 3rd novel in the Wraith King series. Everybody and her sister's been talking about the Parallel series by Elizabeth O'Rourke. I have really wanted to jump on that train. I have not had a chance, and so I'm hoping to read all 4 books of the series by the end of the year. So if I read 1 a month, I should be able to accomplish that. They're on Kindle Unlimited, and the first book, Parallel, got a 4.32 on Goodreads, and every single booktuber I know that's read it has raved and raved about it. It's a romance that looks like it's got paranormal elements because they're people that have the same memories potentially from a past life. They were lovers in a past life. They're trying to reconnect now, and we'll see what happens. It looks pretty amazing. And this first book is a part of a duet. So I wonder if I'll even be able to wait to read the second one until October. We'll have to see. And I'm sure you've noticed that I'm surrounded by Lisa Kleypas Ravenel books because of course I'm going to be reading quite a few of those. I will be finishing up Marrying Winterbourne in the month of September. I will be starting it in August, but I'll be finishing it up in September. This is the 2nd book in the Ravenel series. The oldest Ravenel girl gets her match in a wealthy Welsh man who is very handsome, and it's going to be exciting, I think. I can't remember if this guy's a good guy or not. It's been several years, so hopefully he redeems himself after the book 1. Then I'll be jumping into Devil in Spring. I think a lot of people, it's one of their very favorite Ravenel books. It's where the Ravenels meet the Wallflowers. We get to see Sebastian Lord St. Vincent all over again after he's been married to Evie for 30 years, Evie being one of the most favorite Wallflowers of all. Their son Gabriel has a love affair with Pandora. It is hilarious. It is hot and steamy and a really good story. I haven't read it in years, but I remember really, really enjoying it. And I'm even more excited though about Hello Stranger, book 4 of the Ravenel series. That one follows, and I remember being disappointed initially because it's like Dr. Garrett Gibson and Ethan Ransom. They're 2 people that aren't part of the Ravenels at all. And I'm like, why are we following them? You do find out a little bit later. Maybe one of them has some connections to the Ravenels, more than just knowing them. But it is a good story. Dr. Gibson is the first female doctor in London. She's intelligent, she's brave, she's strong. Ethan is a detective who has every bone in his body is romantic, I think. He is just incredible, and he loves her so much, and I love the book so much. It's very exciting. It's very romantic. Cannot wait to read that one. It might be my favorite of the Ravenels. Of course, I've never read Devil in Disguise, so we don't know yet. I will also be reading Devil's Daughter. That's West's book. West, who we just love, sweet and hilarious as West Ravenel. He reminds me a little bit of Leo from the Hathaways, and I'm so excited he gets the love of his life in Phoebe, who is another daughter of Evie and Sebastian Lord St. Vincent. So getting another dose of Evie and Sebastian. It's just perfection and such a good book, and I'm so excited to read that one. Yes, I'm actually going to be reading one more into September. That would be Chasing Cassandra. We've got the last Ravenels girl finally getting set up with someone, and fortunately it happens to be West and Devon's arch nemesis Tom Severin. But does he redeem himself? We shall find out. We shall see all of these things and more, because I'm sure there will be something else that pops into my radar that I would never have anticipated. But no matter what, I am really looking forward to reading in September, to sharing with you, to hearing your thoughts. And yeah, there's a lot to be looking forward to, I think, in the coming months. So I hope that you are doing well. I hope you are ready to enjoy some great books in the month of September, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.